Fiber. Ah, is that 123 then? Oh, imagine if we got 125.
We are live. Nice.
No, you were there
George just
before me.
joined. Dusty has left. This
Has
is a
he?
great start.
How can you see this pen?
Crowd is deafening. Jeez. Let me turn down the
Oh
crowd.
yeah, I've ordered the Thrustmaster Ferrari rim.
Nice.
It's coming tomorrow, but I don't actually have the wheel.
That's not so
Just the
nice.
rim.
Where are you gonna put the rim if you got no?
I've got to wait till
no
Christmas.
bits? I see. That's not too bad. So you got a week-ish. Who's out first? Borob. Borob leaves the pits first. And there's a few more engines starting around the pits. And Dusty's back. Lovely.
Oh, I'm making a tweet. A minute.
Yeah, you make your tweet.
Oh, well, at least... Well, Dusty's not going to be on pole, and George isn't here yet. Oh, did George join?
George joined, yeah.
Oh, he'll be starting last.
Borob is going to be the first set lap.
But also, I've got a new TV that's even smaller than my other one.
That's great.
But it is better quality.
Two Force Indias, or not Force Indias, Toro Rossos come out in convoy. Alfie on the mediums, Nuffle on the softs.
I need to get one of these tweet schedulers. That might work instead of sat here fucking with it now.
Can I get the tires up? Fitted, yes. Okay. Borob seems to be the only car out there on Ultras at the moment.
Yeah, I'm on board with him.
Justin's has them on as well.
Oh, going third gear into the hairpin is not a good idea.
Oh no.
He's been playing too much F1 Mobile.
He's nearly out of VRS already, he's still in overtake. That's a bit late on the brakes. And that's not a favourite line through there, but he carries on. And see who he takes this twisty Sector 3. He's a small bit wide, pulls him back. He misses the apex to the second to last corner, and he misses the apex to the last corner as well.
But he sets a time of a 14.5. Well, temporarily. But here comes Asif to the line as he starts his lap. Asif has took a very different approach to turn one. Instead of flat out in 7th, he decided to go into 8th gear. Kept it in the limits. So.
Dusty is starting a lap now as well.
And Elmo has done a 12.6. So not particularly fast lap from him either. And oh, Dusty went down to 6th gear.
In second gear for turn 2. Trying to get it round.
In the Mercedes. So now I've done my tweet, I can look at what's happening. As Knuffle sticks it second, but that will be only temporarily, I'm presuming. As Alfie Jensen, obviously no assists now, has turned all of them off because he was doing a really good lap, and then I whinged at him. Said it was crap because he used assists. Just turned them off now.
bullied him into turning the assist off.
I bully everybody at the minute. Nobody likes me. So.
So Mystic Man is coming down to finish his
But
lap.
Asif is stuck on pole. The Singaporean as MVP pits. Obviously, it's about 1:30 his time in the morning, so committed.
Yeah. He's done one in the past few qualifying sessions. He's found some
Martin's
laps
just
late in the session.
Oh, Packy G is coming round to finish his lap. He obviously uses some sort of gear assists there because he's using 4th gear into that corner where he should be in 3rd. And
Either that or
oh, that is very tentative, and I'm not surprised if that's a corner cut. Oh, well, he was too slow.
No.
He was so slow for the last corner, he probably didn't get one.
He pitied him. It's just allowed giving him the lap.
Here comes Justin. Start a lap. Mocking Mix isn't far away from finishing his lap. He's very, very quick in time trial. So we'll see what he can do. Nothing.
He touches the gravel on the entrance and...
They look very sort of Mystic Man backs off his lap as well.
Yeah.
I think Martin's carrying on. Martin's carrying on his. It doesn't look particularly fantastically quick, and that is not the line you want to be taking through the last corner. That goes basically the last. I'm not really counting Monkey Mix's lap as an actual lap. Then one out there, Packy G is still out there, losing it on the curb, on the hairpin, but here goes Knuffle, running to Narnia. I think we'll see a lot of that. And doesn't improve. We'll get the telemetry up, and he is on the soft tyres.
That might have been an outlap from Knuffle. It was a 1:15.
So, is the soft tyres like the best tyres to go with or something? Because everyone's using them.
Probably. If you ultras, it probably needs to be a 2-stop. But
wait.
Stop, so.
I'm a bit confused because what you ultras. Oh no, I ain't got hypers, that's okay. I got very confused.
Yeah, it's ultras soft mediums, yeah.
Okay, I got confused. I thought I saw ultras on someone. I've got a message.
Ultras, it's hypers that you don't see.
Oh, it's me. But I'm on board with Knuffle going round.
Into sector 3.
Well, he's coming round to sector 3. He's not quite made that there yet. But he's 2.3 off, so I'm presuming he's not improving.
Yeah.
Mocking Mix is a 10th up on his first sector. So he's on his merry way. Into sector 2, a bit of lock up. I find that using second gear can really boost you out of that corner, but everyone's different. Really cautious into sector 3. I don't know if he's gave up on it.
Into turn 1 and he's out of the session.
We'll see this.
Lost at turn 1.
Oh.
That's the corner they're going to lose it on.
And Mocky Mix pits. You're too busy listening to the stream, Knuffle. Nobody else who actually races listen to it. I certainly wouldn't be.
Dusty locks up into the second to last corner.
He's coming across the line now, and he'll probably... Asif's time can't be beaten, it seems, but I don't think an 11.9 is that great of a time, personally, from what I know of. I think even you could have beat that.
Yeah, maybe on ultras, definitely. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways,
watching Skin Up, who got just beaten Austria. I don't know. Were we at Austria last week? No, Silverstone.
We're at Silverstone last week. Yeah, that might be validated, but it carries on, so I don't think it was. A little bit wide at T2, with the yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure why that is. Skinner will be finishing this lap in about a minute's time. Store car is yet to set a lap a gear, 2 Force Indies with Justin skin up, as well as the hat of the Mystic Man.
I'm back. Skin up. He's we've been following him round. He's 4 seconds up on his previous best, which he hasn't done one, so I'm finding it hard to believe. But we'll be able to see what he can do in a second as he comes round the final few corners. Keep it nice and tight. He's using 5th gear throughout the whole corner, which I find fairly interesting. Skid up uses no assists, of course, and he crossed the line for 12.6, about 7/10 off. But I think a lot of people haven't done their best laps. Obviously, validating their laps in turn 1 is a feature of this track.
Very common. You know, LP Jensen retires. Is that
There's
intentional?
I'm watching Mystic Man because I think he's going for a run.
He was on an outlap, alright.
Yeah, I think he's in a 16.4 first sector. That seems okay.
It's the only car on the mediums as well.
We'll see what he can do going into the hairpin now. Chucks it in nicer. Revved it out a little bit too much, but he's gone for the traction as well. Well, if you rev it out too much, then you can get a real problem with traction. But seems to be keeping it okay, keeping it together on his mediums. I don't know what he's like compared to everybody else, but he's on another 16.4 in the middle sector. Alfie's out of the session, I didn't even see that, but yeah. Going round the final few corners. There he goes, keeping it in 4th gear, and he comes across the line now. 13.5, not that great from Mystic Man. I expect a bit more from him.
I don't think he's happy with that either.
Seems like the majority tyre is soft, so maybe the ultras die out very quickly and don't. Well, probably forces you onto a 2-stop or something. I don't know.
The ultras, I think, the last 6 or 7 laps, it's recommended for them.
Oh.
So, and that's in the race. So
is that just you guessing, or do you actually know?
No, I was in Grand Prix mode, and I saw that the fucking, the fucking recommended distances for them.
As if it's about to start another lap to try and beat his. Oh no, I'm lying. He's done a lap, and he's gone even quicker.
That one I wouldn't beat.
No, I'd struggle with that one, I think.
Fair play to Asif, he's been getting faster every week.
But the chasing pack have to beat it. As Mugen lifts off. Mystic Man has improved to 8th. Not much better, but I don't think he'll want to do any more than mediums. He's done 4 laps, so.
Yeah.
Stop chatting in the chat. On board with the T3 champion Mugen as he comes around the last sector. I think he's slowed down now. And Mockymix is yet to do a. Mockymix has lost it and he's out. Just lost it on the curb. He went down into 6th gear. I don't think that's the way to go about it, to be honest.
Yeah, you only want to be going down to 6th if you're trying to avoid going off.
I think you want to keep in 7th and you've got more chance of surviving.
Yeah.
But that's Mockymix out. So that's someone I thought would be quite up there, to be honest, but he's down in 12th. He's screwed it.
Yeah. Let's hope his race pace saves him. You got free Torch Tower now, so.
I need my notifications on sometimes, you know. I forgot to turn it off. Oh no. Messages, privacy settings. Is it in here? I can't remember. I forgot where that is. Don't make me sign in. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that one. Shh. No, there was another one you could press, and I've done it before, but notifications, disable pop-ups while playing video. No, well, disable pop-up notifications. Right.
Right now.
No, I wasn't expecting much more to happen at this point. Elmo is someone that could possibly get pole. He's gone on the ultra soft tyres, so let's see what he can do. Goes into sixth into turn one, and that's a corner cut.
That's validated. Ended before it's even started. I'm surprised. I'm not. I imagined Asif would be up there in the top 6 or so. I didn't think he'd be on pole by 1.4 seconds. I was not expecting that sort of dominance from Asif at all.
I don't think anybody expected that sort of dominance from Asif.
Yeah.
Especially racing at 1:30 in the morning, I mean...
Especially.
What is everybody else playing at?
Yeah. He's got up at 1:30.
Well, to be fair for Packy G, he hasn't done a good lap. Nobody else has done any better. It's Packy G, not Pack G. Can't say his name. It's Packy G. Come on, Packy G. He's on a 9-minute lap. Oh. I wonder what happened with that. As you can see, Packy G is on the controller. It says Pake or Packy. At least Packy G keeps some speed into turn one. He keeps it in 7th, to be fair to him. Unfortunately, the rest of the lap is nothing to behold. Game some on-screen time in his Mercedes. The finish, probably the worst finish driver we've got in the league.
There's an E there, Nuffle.
Packy G. It's finished.
This is no, call it Pack-G. There's an E in there, you need to pronounce that.
No, if the E... No, yeah, I'm not... It's Packy. Packy G.
I don't know.
Oh, Skin Up's out as well. That's another... That's somebody else who could possibly have got pole. But we're on board with Packy G, and he's somebody who could get pole if he nailed the lap, but his first sector was nothing special.
And he's off.
Come on, Packy G.
And he's off again. Dear! He's off again.
Where's he going?
He's off again.
No. I think he's retired.
He tried his best. He tried his best. Kingdom Martin was put up to 3rd in the meantime.
Let's see what Dusty can do with Asif. I think he's the only body that's on track who can do it. As Martin is... he's run out of fuel. Oh no, he's backed off. He's backed off.
Still setting 11.9 now.
I don't think he was meant to do.
Right, well off he goes again. He let off out of the final corner there. I can't imagine.
No, he can't do none of that.
Oh, 2, alright.
And wait for Martin, and that's it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is that fuel? But nobody got within 8/10 of Asif.
I mean, I hope he holds it together in the race, because that is Jesus. Asif is like the thorium of T2.
Asif isn't that good. I mean, even thorium's not that good in T1. So there's never an 8/10 count.
What the hell are the rest of the mat? Is what I want to know. What on earth is everyone
I don't know. I think I could have been second in that. Yeah.
Packy G has gone and made everyone else on the track look a bit silly, really.
I don't think Packy G made everyone a bit silly, I think.
Did I say packagee? I meant to say acid. God damn it. I meant to say
Yeah,
acid.
Asif made everybody look a bit fucking shit.
God damn it.
I mean, I don't know what everyone else was doing, but
And the
it was pretty
drivers
horrific.
from
I mean, I know
it's
everyone
hard to
else was
say.
on the softs, except for
Yeah.
a few people, but that isn't good.
Dusty, I would have expected on the ultras to put it up to him.
Well, he would have if he didn't run out of fuel.
Yeah.
But everybody else, I don't know if the soft tyre is the way to go, but
I think it might be. I think it might
softs
be.
and mediums, one stop.
Yeah. And you might, I think you can push like the ultras and
Oh, it
then
looks like it's gonna
mediums
rain.
also. Oh, that sky looks dark, alright. I
Looks
think
like Packy
if the
G has
fellas
predicted a storm.
maybe has.
Just waiting for everyone to choose their. Maybe it is gonna rain. Maybe that's why they went with the soft tyres. Maybe.
Fellas in the mediums might be in for a happy evening if it does rain.
Them soft tyres will be a bit handy.
Yeah.
Don't forget about them because I think Alpha Field are on them. So maybe they're a bit handy. But we've got a formation lap.
To watch.
As always. And obviously we've got George. Joins us.
George at the back of the grid.
So he'll be hoping for a comeback through the field, if judging by else's pace. And we'll see what George has chose on the old tyre front, because that usually should be an indicator of what if it's going to rain or not.
Softs.
Has he gone softs? Oh, he has.
Softs.
That probably means it's going to rain at some point.
Probably.
The chair won't go up. No. Lift.
I think there's a bit of mixing and matching on the formation map.
I don't think people care about the formation lap at this point.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing
Even though
if Asif can pull this off.
I don't think he will. I think Dusty will win.
I think Dusty.
Oh, Martin
will
seems a bit.
definitely
Oh,
get-
I don't
Oh,
think they
that's a bit-
touched. I don't think they even touched. I was on board.
Wasn't watched. The soft runners behind them top two though will be looking to get the jump on them, especially if it rains.
I think George gave up with the formation. But I don't know. I think Asif will not win this one. I just know.
Well, we'll soon find
Well,
out.
I
I'm
think-
certainly skeptical that.
I think
I'm certainly
MVP.
skeptical.
I think Dusty will win.
I'm skeptical that Asif can hold this, but yeah.
Maybe Skin Up. I mean, he's usually better in races than he is in qualifying. Obviously,
Alfie Jensen's come from that far back
Alfie
before.
and Skin Up are the two people putting up the challenge at the front of the championship. Obviously, Barra's not here. He had like a 60-70 point lead, which has now come down to about 20. He hasn't been here. Which makes it a little bit more exciting, I suppose. We've got a yellow flag, but that's okay because we're going to 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Asif gets a very good start indeed as MVP tucks in behind, and a clean start from Knuffle. And we'll look further back through the field to see if there's any incidents to note. Doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that! Oh, it's a laggy.
That Force India is a bit.
It's a bit laggy.
Bit of an alien. Yeah, he's inside.
Justin.
Okay, let's look away from that. That Mystic Man goes a bit wide.
But except from that, it's a fairly clean start. Nobody's having anything of note.
yeah.
But here goes Dusty on Asif into the hairpin. Asif looking for the exit, and it looks like he might get the exit. And he's got the inside line, well, the outside line, which will turn to the inside line. So Dusty will have the initial initial advantage, but Asif should get it back as they go
Further
side by
back the
side, and that's what's happened as Asif reclaims the lead with Knuffle in a very good spectating spot in behind, but we've got Martin and Elmo having a bit of a ding dong, and Martin pulls that one off as Mucky Mix has had an incident. Oh, he's going very slow. I think he's ran wide at some point.
Yeah, he's got dirt on his tyres. Yeah, he's off this.
George is up to 12th as this massive train heads down into turn 2. At the back of it is Packy G, who's gone down into 8th behind Alfie.
Martin into turn 2.
Yeah,
I'm down the straight here.
As just keep an eye on the front runners, but we've got a bit of a train going at the minute.
Yeah,
with,
from about 4th
to 9th.
down to
There's Elmo looking to make that move on Martin, but it looks like Elmo's got that move now.
Or got the position even.
But the front three seem to be getting away. I don't know if Elmo can keep up. But Knuffle's doing something pretty decent at the minute, keeping up with the front Ultrasoft runners, just about. Obviously he's having the second lap, but he's keeping it there or thereabouts.
There's a very big train there. God.
Yeah, we've got a like 5-car train with Martin at the front of it. And we've got Packy G in that train with Alfie, Skin Up, Martin, and Elmo's got away a bit. There's the front two again, a bit fast. Oh, Asif's lost the car.
Oh no, Asif's around.
He lost it in turn 1, and he's been reset.
And he's back to 12th, and
Oh, that is unfortunate.
as predicted, Dusty.
Oh, here goes Mystic Man on Packy G, and he's made the move.
Alfie Jensen's gonna come back at him though, is he? Or even Packy G. What am I looking at?
Alfie Jensen's in front of him, mate. Packy G tries it around the outside, and it looks like Mystic Man, obviously using no assists himself, can just get away with better traction. But in front there's a 4-car train with Elmo not really getting away from Martin. I don't know if he's made a mistake.
A 2-second gap at one point, but he's lost that time again.
Are you sure about that? I didn't think there was that much.
Yeah, I think so. I saw a 2-second gap.
But Mystic Man will join him. There you go, Skin Up. Oh, that would be a dangerous one to make.
Alfie's looking to get in on this action.
There goes Alfie looking at Skin Up possibly. Obviously these two are fighting for the championship as well at the top of the order. There's Knuffle's starting to drop back a little bit from MVP, but obviously we don't know if the rain is coming or something else altogether. But here goes Alfie, and he's trying to make the move on Martin as well. They're going 3 wide into the hairpin. That is not a good idea. But Skin Up on the outside of Martin. Martin forces him off the track a little bit there. But that is all legal to keep the position. Skin Up looking into this left-hander, and he didn't make it stick. Mystic Man is... is at the back of this. Packy G's been dropped a bit, but we've got this 4-car train still with Skin Up chasing Martin. Martin seems to be struggling just a little bit.
Asif has pitted onto soft tyres. He's expecting rain, surely. He's pitted onto another set of softs.
As Martin gets his first penalty of the day. And to be fair, that's the first penalty of the race. Took 5 laps. As Muggen shortly after gets one as well. And Elmo is now starting to catch up to Knuffle. So Elmo's showing some decent pace at the minute. He's starting to get Knuffle a little bit, and Knuffle's not too slow. himself. As this train having a bit of a ding dong into the hairpin. With Alfie.
Takes position.
I think it was already ahead of Alfie.
Well, I saw green out. I just can't get into the right today. Jeez.
Because Alfie made the move and then obviously he might have re-overtaken him in the corner or something, I don't know.
That counts.
But the front three are, well, the front two, I think, well, two of the front three, I think. I will get it right.
Just bits.
Dusty's in the pits with them. Obviously, them ultra softs don't last very long.
Yeah, I thought so.
And he's going on softs, so, and I don't think they'll go to the end.
No, he's going.
Skin Up gets a penalty. As Skin Up and Martin have come together into the corner and are both like glued together. And Narnia and Alfie's got the position, as well as Mystic Man. And actually, Martin kept the position by just throttling it
takes
out.
the lead. He's made a mistake.
I think he was just catching him. I don't think Knuffle made a mistake. He was catching him quite a lot, and yeah, Elmo hasn't won for a while. Because we've got an incident. I think it's Skin Up. He's in the wall, in the hairpin. So I don't quite know what happened to him, but he's left the session. So that's him out the race.
Elmo takes the lead in this race.
George is up to 6th now, interestingly enough.
Making great old progress.
Mystic Man in 4th now, making his way up. Mocky Mix, who was last at one point, is now in 11th. On the mediums. As Alfie picks up his first penalty of the day. With Mystic Man chasing him down. But he's unable to catch Knuffle at this point, and Knuffle's trying to keep up with Elmo, but Elmo is looking a little bit too quick at this point. Maybe he's looking after his tyres slightly better as well.
So Asif, Packy G and Dusty are the only drivers who have pitted yet. So there's a few pit stops to come, but I don't think they'll come until around lap 15, that sort of area.
Yeah, I'd like to think they go a bit longer than the Ultras.
They might. Who knows?
But obviously everyone's different with a tyre wear.
Oh, George is off! He's been pushed off by Dusty went into sector 3.
And he's round, and I think he's going to call it. He's parked up, I don't quite know what he's doing, I think he's retiring. There we are, George is out of the race. I didn't see that one.
Like a great recovery drive, he's just... That might be a huge inquiry there, but who knows.
No, I don't think so, but I don't know. I didn't see it. Mystic Man, he's coming on strong with Alfie at the minute. We're just waiting, to happen. At this point, Borob and Muggen, two friends as well, these two, looking at each other. Oh no, Borob, you spoon, you've hit the back of him. And I think you may have lost a little bit of your wing. You were very unlucky not to have. Well, very lucky to not have. I don't know. As Alfie's starting to struggle.
It's right on the back.
Mystic Man's been chasing him for... he needs to make this move because his tyres will start getting affected by this. Well, Mystic Man, so he needs to really make something happen in the near future. As going into turn 1, it looks like Alfie has got that pretty nailed, but he has got a penalty. I want to say hello to our 14 viewers at this point in the race. I've got messages coming out my ear holes. I forgot I had my notifications off. Oh my god, the Formula 1 game is retweeted a tweet.
Really?
Yeah. So, hello everybody. As Mystic Man has made a move on Alfie Jensen into the into a corner. I can't remember corner numbers at this point. But going into the stadium section, Mystic Man looks to have got that move. Obviously, Mystic Man's more attuned to the no assists at this point. Oh, that's what happened. George's controller died.
Ah, right. It was alongside Dusty when it went off. I thought he hit him. Or he did. Dusty
No, I think he just went off.
Yeah, just went off. The rubber died. Yeah.
As Dusty sets the fastest lap, obviously Dusty's got a lot of work to do to get to the front of this field after pitting. And the closest battle is Akil and Borob. I think Akil's just got past Borob and now chasing after Mugen on them 9-lap-old soft tyres.
Mugen's tyres are just as old as well, so interesting battle. He's closing in on the straight. Yeah. He's closing in very quickly on the straight.
Then into the hairpin, I don't quite know what that was for him. I don't quite know what's happening. Now he's revving out.
Yeah,
oh,
no.
We've got a rev glitch. As we'll go off board for this, as it looks like Akil has now made the move on Mugen.
That he has.
Oh, can Mugen come back on exit? And I can't quite get my control right. And yeah, he has. But Mystic Man now has caught Knuffle, and I think Alpha Jensen's been dragged with him. So Knuffle, I think he's made a mistake, because this is really quick from Mystic Man, as he looks like he's going to make light work of him into the corner before the straight, but that was very close.
Yeah.
But he's got DRS now, and it should be light work from Mystic Man at this point.
Alpha Beast is known to be an aggressive defender, but there's not much you can do
As
about that.
the Toro Rosso is still side by side, late braking into the hairpin. Knuffle's around the outside. I can't help but think Mystic Man's got this, but has he? Because Knuffle is right there, and he should just about, oh, very close,
Inside.
just about keep the position. As now Mystic Man's got the run into the next corner, so.
Oh, don't do it here.
Oh, that's very close, side by side. They're keeping it nice and clean, these two. And,
Just about.
Sorry, I'm really shitty with my cameras. I'm getting this really wrong. But onto the straight. They've been doing this for a whole lap now, so he really doesn't want to give this one away, does Knuffle. As Mystic Man into the first corner. Oh, how have they touched yet? Oh, that's unbelievable. Alfie is coming on here a little bit as well, so we've got a nice POV from Alfie.
Here's another car. Alfie's right in the back of Knuffle here, and then likewise Knuffle on the back of Mystic Man coming down the Parabolica.
An MVP is not a million weight. It's not the Parabolica.
It's called the I've heard Martin Brundle call it the Parabolica.
Yeah, Italy.
Well, a Parabolica. It's not the Italy Parabolica. It's a Parabolica.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But Knuffle has got away, and Mystic Man is now under threat from the other Toro, so Alpha Jensen. And Alfie's trying it round the outside. Mystic Man's trying to stick his nose in, but it hasn't really worked. But the former race leader, MVP, is coming out now. Looking at all these three.
Much fresher tyres as well.
5 laps younger. So he's working his way back through the field. But I can't can't help but thinking that MVP will have to pit again.
You will, I imagine.
I'm presuming that them Ultrasofts just screwed him slightly on this race to win. I think Elmo's got it at this point. But Mystic Man is in the pits. So they're not a million miles away from the pit window, but Knuffel is starting to hold up a bit of a train. I think he's ruined his tyres slightly. And Alfie is really close. But so is MVP. With fresher tyres, should be able to make a move fairly shortly, but obviously it depends on setup as well. Straight line speed. Oh, that was a bit tight.
Alfie's lost the front wing.
I didn't quite see that.
He's lost a chunk, he's lost his end plate. Lost his front right end plate.
The only saving grace for him is that it's the pit window, so he can come in now and change it and not lose that much time.
Have to though, I imagine. Or risk losing time, but Martin is closing in on him through into the final sector.
Yeah, Skin Up had an earlier incident, that's why he's so far back. Well, he lost session, didn't he? As oh wow, there were a bit of miscommunication there, weren't they? As Knuffel came into the pits, that would have ruined it.
I don't know if Dusty was quite aware that he was going in until the last second.
Yeah, it looked very close. But Knuffel's in. Alfie, I'm surprised he didn't come in himself, but I'd like to think he knew his teammate was coming in, so that might be the reason why. But Mystic Man's up to 5th now, chasing down Akil. It's interesting how this plays out, because Asif's in this little train all the way back here. Obviously the pole sitter. And Mocking Weeks as well. Has somehow found his way up into 7th with Borob, and it's very close in this midfield. Just a few seconds separating them.
Knuffel come up behind Asif. And Mocking Winks.
We've got some banterful chat about Skin Up in the chat.
I want to see this.
I don't really know what to make of it at this point. That's why I'm keeping it quiet. But yeah, as we can see, Mocking Weeks is in the pit. No, not Mocking Weeks. Alfie Jensen's in the pits. Obviously, I'm presuming changing that front wing. But Martin
on the inside of Borob.
Martin is very close. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, and he's off.
I didn't see that one coming. But Martin is closing on this little bit of a train. There goes Borob and Mocking Weeks, and oh, look at Knuffel. How late a break, so he could go. Oh well. I don't really know what to make of that one either, as Borob just sticks his nose in, and unfortunately they got tangled, and then Knuffel came along. I think Knuffel might have lost a bit of his front wing. I'm not sure. Well, from the outboard shot it's normal, but we don't really know if that's a true thing. But Mystic Man is making his move now on Akil fairly shortly. As Elmo's actually pit where I was knowing. Oh, Akil pits at the last minute, and Mystic Man nearly went into the back of him. We've had a few of them incidents at this point. But yeah, Elmo has pit again, so Dusty still has to pit. So Elmo's still the net leader at this point in the race. And Alfie makes the move on Borob into turn 1. And that was very close.
What a move that was. He was getting very close. I was hoping he wouldn't make that.
And Akil is near Mocking Weeks after Mocking Weeks' spin. Obviously he was helped around by Borob, but which is just unfortunate. What?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I saw it.
Jesus, Akil gone to us deep, and he goes gladly.
Mocking Weeks went deep as well, but Oh, he's got a 5 second stop and go for a severe collision. I can't help but think he may have hit the back of him or something.
Yeah.
Keep getting invitations. But it's starting to calm down a little bit now. It's starting to space out. But Packy G has just made a brilliant move around the outside. I'll borrow pits. So not quite brilliant. But this train is starting to come a bit closer. King Don Martin, Asif, and Alfie. And to think Alfie was really, he was near his teammate before that incident, and Knuffles dropped so far back from Mystic Man as well. In fact, Dusty might come out behind Mystic Man. I'm not 100% sure.
He might.
19 seconds. I don't know what the pit lane is in this. We'll try. I don't think it's too long, but I think it's around 20 seconds. Which is about
any
usual.
longer though, he could get jumped by Nuffle as well if it's a bit
I
long.
don't think it's that long.
Yeah, it looks quite short. So.
But he's yet to pit. 12 laps. That's about the pit window for the tyres. As Asif comes into the pits for the final time, I'm presuming. So that ends that little battle with Martin and Alfie. As Alfie's looking at Martin, the closest battle on track at the minute. Between the Ferrari and Toro Rosso.
Just waiting for them to do something.
Waiting for them to decide to have a go. But we've got Akil and Asif, I suppose, fairly close together. But I think Asif is a bit up the road in terms of tyres and stuff like that. And I think Asif's just plainly quicker anyway. So I don't think anything will develop in that direction. Really waiting for the leader to pit and Dusty and see where it plans out with the top three, because they're going to be fairly close together. I mean, 18 seconds separates the lot of them at the minute. Well, 20 actually. How does that work? Oh no, I'm right. That's right, okay. 20 seconds covers the top three, and Knuffle's being kind of dropped at the minute.
Yeah,
so.
Dusty.
But here goes Alfie. Is he going to make the move this time round? Oh no, actually Knuffle is, I think he's made a mistake, because Knuffle's with these two now.
He was 6 seconds back from Mystic Man at one, 2 or 3 laps ago.
But here goes Alfie down the inside on Martin, and he just makes the move stick without putting Martin into some sort of wall. And that is Alfie up into P5. His teammate just in front. Obviously, for first race, but no assist to see him survive this long is a good job by him. As Alfie sets the fastest lap on the race on the medium tyres, so he's going quite rapid at the minute, and he's closing on his teammate very quickly. It's only a matter of time, surely, before that move becomes a reality. But Elno is starting to make moves on, make some, starting to make some inroads into Dusty's lap. There's slightly.
Into the pits goes Dusty.
As will be interesting to see where he comes out. As does he speed? No. As Elmo is coming around the final corner, Elmo will definitely get him. Mystic Man, it's
Well,
touch and go. I don't think Mystic Man's getting him. He's coming around the final corner now. Is Mystic Man? It's going to be very close, I think. No, no. It's not even close. So the pits must be about 15
Mr. Man can only just about see him, yeah.
Must be about 16 seconds or something.
He went in 10 seconds ahead of Elmo and he's come out 7 seconds behind, so... Do the math there.
About 17. 16, 17.
Ish. It was much shorter than I thought.
But he's got a very big back cap to catch Elmo. He's got 13 laps to do it. It'll be interesting to see if he can do it. So we have got a battle on for the lead as Alfie and his teammate Knuffle are going at it. As Alfie's trying to make the move, but not quite managing it so far. As Alfie picks up a needless penalty. But Knuffle isn't going at the rate he'd like him to. I wonder if he, as Dusty picks up penalties, let's have a look at what penalties people have got. Elmo hasn't got one. Dusty's picked up his first. Mystic Man's got 3. Knuffle's got 1. Alfie's got 2. And Martin's got 2. But probably on the verge of getting another one. But yeah, that could be vital for the this race as well. So it doesn't look like Mystic Man's gonna trouble the top 2.
On the inside on Knuffle. And there, Penny locks up, goes deep.
But as I was saying, it doesn't look like it's going to trouble the top 2 with his penalties, whereas Dusty's got more of a job on, obviously, because he's got one and Elmo hasn't got one.
Dusty's closed in a bit though in the last few laps on Elmo.
Well, he's on 6 laps younger, newer tyres.
Yeah.
Softer tyres.
Yeah.
So you'd sort of expect it at this point, but Alfie now looking at Knuffle again.
I'm looking at him for a while now.
The back at tour or so. I'm surprised team orders haven't been put in place at this point. But Martin's not really making any sort of moves towards them, so.
He'll be hoping they crash. That's what he'll be hoping. But they seem to be keeping it quite clean. So I can't.
But now onto the straight, possibly. Knuffle gets the best exit, but with DRS, it looks a little bit closer this time with a bit of slipstream. And the fact that Knuffle's running out of his ERS does help Alfie as he goes down the inside, and I think finally he's going to make that move. Oh, there's contact. I don't know if any front wing was broken, but Knuffle holds it round the outside, just about. And Alfie, oh! I thought the chop was on there. But Knuffle just about keeps the position. For now, he's holding Alpha Jensen up an absolute treat for Mystic Man's liking. Going into the stadium section now, will Alfie be able to make a move down the inside? The answer is no. But this is allowing Martin to close up quite nicely. As Martin runs to Narnia and back in the last corner, which allows this to become a 2-horse race with Knuffle and Alfie. And Knuffle's made a mistake into turn 1. Will he go defensive? It looks like he's going to hold his line, and he does. And
was closing the second in the last lap as a result of these two battling. So.
And will he be able to get this time? Because he's still close. He's really close. He's closing and closing and closing, but as soon as he gets out of that DRS range, as we got a shocking camera angle, he seems to not quite get past. But this time, oh, they come together again. At the exact same point. But Alfie this time is the one that comes out on top. But Knuffle now, will he be dive bombing? I wonder. It'd be very dangerous to do so.
I wouldn't put it past him. No, he goes back.
And that's Alfie getting past his teammate finally.
Dusty is now only 3 seconds, less than 3 seconds now to Elmo.
9 laps to go. Can Elmo hold on a medium tyres? Well, Dusty's softs go off, but at this point they will be okay for another 5-6 laps. So Elmo just has to fight for all he's got.
Martin here, closing in on Knuffle. Oh, Martin to the inside from very far back.
Oh, on Knuffle. So Knuffle looks like he's struggling a lot on the mediums now at this point. Just going backwards.
You have a bit of a glitch. It tells me in the tyre selection that he's on mediums, but he's got yellow striped tyres on track. I'm gonna say he's on mediums. Anyway.
Did I say that?
No, it says on the fucking tyre
No, I'm
selection.
talking to you. I was messaging somebody. Unless it was Mustang, but I'm not sure about that. But Martin is looking at... Well, he's looking to try and close on Alfie. I think Alfie's going to get up the road. He's on a lap younger tyres, so maybe he'll be okay. Mystic Man holding it P3 down, and MVP is starting to really make his move on Elmo. Elmo hasn't picked up a penalty yet, has he? Because that will make it very interesting indeed. Oh, he has picked up a penalty. Oh. That means we're on level playing field then. So if he gets the move, that is it really. But how much fight does Elmo have in that Renault? I'm not sure. As Muggin goes to Narnia and Akil decides to take advantage of it. Into P8. Mocky mixes into the points. Packy G unfortunately is just outside the points.
Dusty is in DRS range. You won't get him down here, I don't think, but he's helping
closing. He's got 7 laps, 8 laps to make this move.
Plenty of time, I would have thought.
But Borob's picked up a penalty as going into the stadium section of the track. Well, the second half of the track. It looks like Elmo's keeping the gap quite nice at the minute. But it's in these sort of corners where he'll start losing. Turn 1 in this corner would be horrific. The straights will be fine for him because it'll make no difference. But he's starting to struggle, Elmo, on them 12 lap old mediums. How long can you hold off on them? I'm not 100% sure. Going into turn 1, Dusty turns in really nice. Elmo just in front, and this time around should be a real chance for Dusty, unless Elmo can get a superb exit. And he looks like he's got a decent exit, to be fair to Elmo, so that holds off the fight of Dusty for 1 lap. And the longer he is behind, the less chance he'll have of making that move. And further back, you've got a little bit of a battle between Muggin, Mocky Meeks and Akil on the front of the train.
Oh yeah.
3-way battles. Oh, Mocky Meeks for P8.
Mockings is the fastest car out of them.
Yeah, and Akil's clearly the slowest.
Clearly.
He's all over the shop.
So let's go get exciting.
There's a mugger and goes down the inside. Mucky meets as he follow. Oh. Oh. Lag.
There's a bit of lag, okay. Jesus.
It looked like he just turned into him.
Yeah.
But can Akil get back at Muggin? Looks like he might. Oh! The weaving! From Muggin and Akil there was pretty insane.
Jeez. In the meantime, Dusty is 4 tenths behind Elmo coming out onto the straight.
This time he'll get a decent run.
He's much closer than I
But look at Elmo, look at this line from Elmo. So defensive. But there's still an inside bit he can use there, but he goes around the outside as I switch to the wrong person.
Try to switch back.
And I don't think it's worked out. Not this time for Dusty, but he's in behind. Look at this! And it looks like he's made the move through a mistake. Oops. But yeah, I think he's made that move.
He's run wide in sector 3 and he's lost about 2 positions. And Mockingwick is going to have a look at Mugger in here in turn 2. He's alongside before the corner.
Yeah, and Dusty's got that done. Oh, Muggin! I'm on board with Akil, who's got the run on both of them. Look at Akil!
Have a look. He got Shire on the outside.
He's going.
Alongside.
And it looks like Muggin. Oh no!
He's on the inside by Muggin.
I thought Muggin was going to do what they did earlier with Borob.
There's no damage, Muggin though.
But Mockymix has got a move. But this battle will rage on. Because Muggin's yet to get past that for a kill.
He's gonna book it now. And try to get away from these two. Muggin will not want to finish behind Akil though. Certainly not. Elmo's keeping up with him. With Dusty, he's still within 5 tenths.
Still looking at these two. I think, to be fair to Elmo, he's keeping up. I think MVP Dusty's tyres are starting to go a little bit. So they'll be both struggling a bit, but I think Dusty's will go off quicker than Elmo's, even though he's been on them 16 laps.
They're harder, so yeah. Yellow flag in sector 3.
So we'll only get really we won't get any better, but Dusty's might get worse.
Yeah.
It doesn't get DRS this time round though. But we're a bit slipstream, like he's down the straight.
Oh, Muggin on the inside of Keel clips his front wing off as he overtakes him.
Yeah, but Muggin's now past and now Keel's going to get dropped. And Packy G might be able to get involved for the final point.
Elmo's still within a second of Dusty. I don't think he's going to get him though.
He's got a long way to go yet.
Yeah.
And also penalties could come into this still. Obviously Dusty now has always one warning from a penalty. And so is Elmo, so this is going to the wire. No matter which way you look at it. As Keel just shows them how to get a penalty himself. There's a Keel sticking with oh my god, he's stuck with him. We did not expect this. As the Ferrari looks to have got past the Red Bull there.
Ahead of him.
Oh, Muggin!
Oh, you'll see outside! He's going right and round. He's going to go right
around the outside.
Nice!
We didn't see, he broke so early, he did a Keel that, you know, Muggin just goes around the outside. Oh! Oh!
Oh, they've come together again.
Muggin. That was coming.
That was coming.
I thought.
Nut jobs.
And Packy G is in the points chasing down a Keel now.
It's 5 tenths back, he could get him as well. His tyres might be a little bit worse.
Muggin is retired, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
surprised Justin's still going in this race. We haven't said anything about him. But oh, look at this! Come on, Packy G. Because he's got DRS now. He's got no ERS though, even though he's got DRS, it makes no difference for him.
Packy G did this in another race as well. He just used all his ERS and he's just stuck with nothing on the straight.
Doesn't he think to save it?
Yeah, he did, I mean he should, but I don't think
he passed it by now. Maybe it's just too much to do for him. Stick it on automatic, Packy G.
I imagine that's what's happened. You know, it sets it to hot lap at the start automatically, and he's just forgot about it.
Have you ever done that?
Hot lap 33 laps later. I've never done that, but he might have.
Because he's struggling. That's the reason why he's not passed at this point.
Yeah.
To be fair, Keel hasn't got. Well, actually, it's okay in that department. He's got him 1 now. Now, Packy G. He's got DRS open. It makes no difference because he's got no ERS. Oh my god. I thought he was going to die then. As he goes into turn 2 now. Oh, he's not stopping for a wing! I saw it come off. And he's not going to catch him on the straight because he's got nothing. This is painful.
He's been the author of his own defeat here as Packy G. Unfortunately.
Now, will any of these two get penalties on the last lap? Because this is what's going to decide the race. I mean, we know Elmo's not going to catch Dusty. But will any of these two be able to survive without penalties, or will one of them decide to get one?
So, as it stands, Dusty jumps up to 3rd in the championship, ahead of Skin Up, who drops to 4th. And Alfie, how many points is Alfie getting? 25,
12.
18, 12.
You had to do that.
Alfie will go to within 1 point of Berra for the lead of the championship. So.
But yeah, it doesn't look like MVP is going to pick up any penalties, so he's coming round the final corner and he's going to win the German Grand Prix for Tier 2, and that's a great way for him to end the year, as Elmo comes home in second, done 20 laps on the mediums. We've got Mystic Man coming round in his Haas to secure a podium finish, unless a penalty, them penalties he's got has dropped him back, I'm not sure. Because he's got lots of penalties. Here goes Alfie. And he will claim P4 by 2.5 seconds in the end. After all them penalties. Martin is in P5. Knuffle, it looked promising to begin with and then it just went downhill from there. He's in 6th. Asif. Unfortunately for him. Could have won but decided to bin it in turn 1. And comes home 7th. Lucky Mix comes out, lucky really to come home in 8th. Akeel has had a fairly eventful race. Packy G in the end didn't manage to get the move. And he comes home in 9th. And Packy G comes home in 9th! Yes.
9th!
He did it, he made the overtake after all.
He got it done.
No, he says he's in 10th. He says he's in 10th.
Yeah, but he went up to 9th.
He's
by
teasing
2.5 seconds.
Oh, Monkey Mix has left the session and he's had enough. He's teasing us.
He does not get 9th. Borob gets 9th. How does that happen?
Because Borob the last one to cross the line, we didn't see it.
Oh.
We didn't get that.
Yes.
But MVP is the person who wins with it. I'm not sure if MVP is actually Finnish. Because he had a different flag before. I think he had a Dutch flag. So I'm not sure if he's Finnish, maybe just...
I thought he had a Hungarian flag last week. But anyways.
Maybe it was Hungarian.
It was Hungarian last week. But anyway.
Maybe he supports Kimi Räikkönen.
Maybe.
Or maybe he's just migrated to Finland or something, I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't.
Not a driver
I think
without a
he knows
penalty
though.
today. Apart from the, apart from George. Oh no, George had a penalty as well, even though he did he DNF? I don't know what. But yeah. Um. That's that then.
Mm. So, yeah guys, we'll be back in about half an hour for the T1 action, where me and Ben are actually racing. Owen
Yeah.
will be in the commentary box when he's done, wherever he is. Um, so I hope we can put up some sort of a show.
Hopefully.
Hopefully I win the race and Ben retires.
Yeah. I'll try.